To begin this drawing, we're first looking at the biggest placement of the object, the part, the thing that we want to include on the paper. Now I'm going to take a look. I'm going to just draw a big triangle. Okay, I'm going to start from here all the way coming up over here. So don't worry about the paper. Oh, I want to keep the paper clean. I don't want to get it dirty. Okay, you got to start to lay out the big composition. So I'm going to looking at this will be the arm. Okay, this will be about the top of the head. I'm using a medium wine charcoal. Just lightly put the mark on. We don't know exactly how we place everything yet. So I'm going to from the arm over here, coming over here to this 1 foot. And from this foot all the way coming down over here, there will be the shoe, right? For this drawing study, I want to include the whole person. But however, for the watercolor painting, I'm only going to include the face area. So make sure you make up your mind what you want to do, how you're going to place it, what you want to include it into the drawing or the painting. This is very crucial. Now I'm going to have this is a little bit higher. I'm going to put it over here. That'll be good. So don't draw the detail, just focusing on what's the biggest relationship. Now looking at this from the foot coming to the top of the forehead, they actually are an angle. You can looking at that, you can measure that angle. You can have 2 sticks, 1 stick on your reference, and put it over there. You can tape it on both ends. So, and then you put another stick on your drawing. You put 1 stick on your reference, put 1 stick on your drawing, and you will be able to find out exactly what the angle would be. Okay, this is good. I think this is about the correct angle. Okay, now the top of the head would be right here. Now I just use the tip of the wine charcoal, now drawing it a little bit more clear. But if you don't want it, you can erase it with nitty eraser. Still focusing on the largest relationship, very important. We are learning a process of drawing. And this process used for any subject matter or any simple, complicated objects and everything you want. Okay, still the same process. Now let's take a look at and the right side of the head over here and coming down over here for the hand, and looking at the angle also from the foot and all the way coming up here to this hand, about this angle. Also pay attention to it. That means it only come down over here, right? You cannot go any further. And then take a look at the foot, also very much in the same level, this foot, and then that about the front of the forehead over here that make the foot. Also take a look at the foot. What's the angle from the foot to the forehead? Okay, and also this side of the foot very much vertical down to the front, this side of the foot, like that. So pay attention to what is the correct proportion, and looking for those proportions, you'll be able to find it. Okay, and look at this from here, from this foot to here, very much equals to from here to this side of the arm, the hand. So just figure that out. From here to here equals here to there. And maybe not exactly, but it's roughly. You can see that in the reference. Yeah. Looking for the biggest connection. We find the connection, right? Okay, that's good. Now, after you've done this, the big one, now I'm going to take a look at as the other day when we're doing the critiques, we know that there is about 3 from here coming over here to here, and about 3, but the top part have a little bit more. It's about like this. Now I'm going to put the mark over here and put the mark over here. Okay, so this would be the under the arm. Okay, like that, and the arm coming over here, and maybe a little bit higher, like all the way coming this angle. You can see that the arm right here. And so about the center of the angle of the arm, like this angle, right? So the top of this arm will come in here like that. So roughly, would be the 1, 2, and 3, right? The top part have a little bit more. And then you can see that the top of this shoulder, it will be about here. And then you can make the face coming down like this. And it looks, we don't know exactly how big is the face. Let's not jump a little bit too quickly, okay? Now take a look at from the top to the bottom over here. How big is the face? I'm gonna take a little measurement. I'm gonna take a look at the head. I will take the head, the size of the head, and coming down. And interesting, that is the top of the foot. If the top of the foot over here, right, we have the top of the foot right here. From the top of the foot to the top over here, the bottom of the chin is actually halfway. That makes it much easier. From here to here, it goes to here to there. And you can do a little measurement. Here you go. Draw slowly, okay? Don't draw too fast. That's just good. It's roughly. This is the good location. And that, okay, this is the bottom of the chin right over here. Now making this face is in this location. Now take a look at the width of the face compared to the height of the face. The width of the face a little bit narrower, will be a little bit shorter than the height of the face. So that make this rectangle. So looking for something much simpler form than complicated. Okay, that's the outside shape. Okay, that's just good. Right. And then from here, now you can see from this corner right over here, now you can see the angle like that on this side of the shoulder over here, and coming down a little bit more, and now coming all the way to this. It's about like this. From this point, can have the curved line all the way coming to this location, to the foot, like that. Okay, looking for the biggest shape. Even though over here have some little bit more extra coming over here like this, but looking for the big connection from the waist over here, coming all the way coming down. And you can see what's the waist over here, is that right? And looking for those locations. And don't look at the detail. Oh, look at the eye, look at the nose. Okay, don't look at any of those. Now, earlier we already find out, right? 1, 2, 3. And then the bottom of the skirt over here, it will coming all the way connect to the shoe, right? The shoe right here, that would be. And also compare the angle from the foot over here coming to the back over here, okay? And by the way, I can share a good news to the whole Enjoying Art community. And we're gonna make quite a bit of big changes in the activities of our community, and how we're going to share the information, how we're going to slow down in the learning process, make it a lot more enjoyable. Okay, more information coming your way in the next few days. Okay, this is good. From here, you can see that from here, curve and directly connect into here. And from here to here, almost it goes to from here to about the socks, that including the socks right over here, like that. What that means is from here to here goes here to there. It's very similar, right? Now I take a look at, and look like the arm, you need to go a little bit more toward the right hand side, because there is a triangle over here. You can see the triangle over there, and the arm would be the hand coming here and holding to the bottom of this, like that. Don't draw the finger. I saw that some member posted that it looks like you are focusing too much of the small detail, but however, the big shape of the hand is not correct. Before you get the big shapes correct, never go into the details. Now take a look at how big is this shape for the whole hand, right? And pay attention to the big hand. And now you can see the bottom of the sleeve. Draw over here. This is good. Now you can see this only a big shape. There's the hand over here, the big shape, like that. Okay, this is good. Now we already got quite a bit of progress. Now we also need to compare what from here to here is almost from here coming up the bottom of the arm right here, right there, right? You can see from here to here, it goes here to there. So that means this could be a little bit higher, like that. Here you go. Let's make this look a little bit shorter, like this way. This is good. And now keep adjusting, keep measuring. Now coming up over here. Now take a look at that. Don't look at the detail of the folds of the cloth. It's just look at the whole big shape right over here. Okay, now from this side of the shoulder coming all the way over here, you can see the other shoulder, like all the way crossover, like that, right? Okay, here we go. Use the wine charcoal, gives you a lots of easy to erase and draw. From this shoulder, you can all the way coming down to here, like that, coming down all the way here. So focus on that line. So don't worry about those changes. For example, this the yellow color over here, cut it only this part. Leave a little white corner, triangle over there. Here you go, like that. That's good. Now you can coming step by step. Okay, this is good. Like that. That's good. Like that. A little bit triangle over there. That's good. Just cut it a little bit smaller and smaller shape. From here to looking for the right side, the outside of the shape over here, like that, and cut it. There's a 1 and about a half, right? A little bit less than half, like a 1 and 1/3. This is 1/3. This is the whole, right? It's about like this. Looking at this shape right here, and then there's the shape like this, and have a little bit this opening. Okay, so looks like the outside over here can come out a little bit more. Okay, like that. Okay, this is pretty good. This is maybe a little bit too small, and probably this need to come up a little bit more, like that. And when you come up a little bit more, and looks like the front over here need to come up a little bit, because we see this space between this, and compare from here to here, it goes about from here to there, right? You're always comparing. Your eyes just keep looking and don't stuck to a smaller area. It's always compare, always moving around, and compare one place to the other place from bigger to, and then before you go into smaller. Okay, this is good. So the shoulder over here need to come back a little bit like that, like this. That's good. That's good. Now coming down, now we can see the this arm a little bit longer space. Okay, that's good. Like that. And then we're going to go into give a little bit more details on the arm, but we can come back a little bit later. Don't look at the smaller areas too quickly. Okay, this is good. This can be a little bit lower, like that. If you want this a little bit sharper, it's just use a utility knife and just sharpen it a little bit. And I also see that this about right. This the location about right here, and looks like the the finger over here coming a little bit forward like that. Here you go. That's good. Okay, that's good. All right, I see this triangle. Just treat everything as not a person, shape. And when you're looking at the top over here, you can see from here to there. And it looks like this can be slightly a little bit higher. So you can see this is just space. And you can compare this space with the face. Like this space almost like from the left to about the back of the ear, right? You're always comparing, everything comparable. Now take a look. Now start from the bottom over here, and you can see if you extend this, almost like coming from this line, coming down all the way, right? Extended, this at the bottom of this this leg, coming over here like that, and coming a little bit wider like that. Here you go. That's pretty good. And we try to figure out all the relationship. That's important. The most crucial is the larger relationship. If you're going to draw the eye, if you just only draw one eye, you'll feel much easier. But you're going to draw the whole person, and it make it a lot more difficult. Now we're going to take a look at from here to the tip of the foot. It almost like 1, 2, 3. And you can, the top over here have a little bit less. And from here to the head over here, and that is about 2. Because this divided like that, and this is 1. That's the top of the sock right here. You can see that this is good. Coming over like that. And then from here to the tip over here, you can divide it to half again. And that would be, and then from here, that's about 1/3, right? And you can divide this part right here. And then, here you go. Like that, coming forward. Now you have the whole shoe that may be a little bit bigger. So keep comparing. Is that too small or that too big? You compare this whole shape with the other part of the, I can compare to the hand and compare to this shoe, and you can keep comparing. Everything, again, is comparable. That's very magical. So now take a look at over here. This looks like a little curve. A little bit more curve. Look at this angle, like coming over here, and here you go, like that. And this part have a little bit. There's a little shape over here, triangle over here. Here you go, like that. And take a look at the bottom of this foot. Okay, this is good. Now we're looking at it. This is the whole person. It's already there, and we don't have to draw the chair, and maybe draw just a little line like this, coming over the top over here, and like this. That's the little line over here, coming all the way onto this side. That's how everything connected. Okay, that will be fine. Just a little suggestions for that. That will be fine. Okay, here you go. That's as good. So we don't need to put the chair or the side. Okay, after we have this and we're ready to go a little bit smaller, let's come back to take a look at the face. I think the face in the proper relationship, in the proportion, and you have to get the face properly relate to the whole body before you're going inside of the face, right? Like for example, now we know that the back of the head coming down over here is about right. Now we take a look at the eye is right in the middle of the top of the head to the bottom of the chin. Okay, this is good. Now I take a look at half, that will be here, right? That's about here. We want to see that is the whole thing is the triangle. You see that this is the triangle shape. And then also the eyebrow will be here, and you can see the eyebrows and to the hairline. The hairline is right in this location, right? The hairline to the eyebrow to the nose, Okay, we're going to draw a little line over here on both eyebrow like this, and the eyebrow to the nose, which is the bottom of the nose or the nostril. Okay, right here. And from here to the bottom of the chin is right over here. And they are this exact same proportion. Maybe in this case, the nose a little bit smaller. Okay, like that. This is good. Now we divide that into the larger relationship. We know the forehead, it should be here. Right now, I'm going to draw a little bit suggestion for the forehead over here, and then the nose ridge, like right here, like that, coming in a little bit, and then making this eye sitting over there. And try not to get too quickly jumping into the smaller area. Always see each part, every part actually on the face, actually connected with the whole face. Okay, you have to get the whole face in the right place first. Okay, that's good. And then take a look at over here, this curve line from the eye over here and coming down over here and all the way coming onto this direction. So seeing the whole face as a sphere shape, like a whole ball, like that, right? Right here. And on this side, you can see this side of the face, the cheek coming over here, and the outside of the nose. And take a look at the mouth is only this angle. We're gonna come back to draw the details a little bit later. So not at this point, a little bit too early. Okay, now the forehead over here is the head shadow. There's the shadow side, softly blend a little. Okay, that's good. Now take a look at the cheek is about vertical up, line up with the forehead. So that means the nose can come in a little bit more. Okay. Okay, and then this is the mouth. And you see there's the cheek sitting over there. That's right. And look at the forehead can come out a little bit slightly. Okay, very hair. Like that. Okay, now we take a look at the ear. Almost like inside the ear over here. And the eye over here, the corner of the eye. You divide this from the back over here to the front into third, right? 1, 2, 3. Now this is good. Now the bottom of the ear, it will be sitting here. Always start from the large to small so that you have, if the large correct and you divide it into smaller, and that would be likely to be correct. If the large is not correct, you get the smaller area, and based on the large mistake, and then you won't be get anything close to the likeness. Okay, and then you can divide that. You see that after I put the ear in the right place before we're going into inside the detail of that. Okay, here you go, like this. And have a little hair over here. And then take a look at the back over here. Here you go, have this here, add to it. Okay, here we go. Now, we spend quite a bit of time trying to figure out all the larger relationship. This is what I would like our members be patient and looking for larger challenge before look the smaller area. Okay, so and we're gonna have more and more of those, like a slow progress, a slow learning, so we make us more enjoyable of our learning. So, and also allow us to learn much deeper and figure all the technique and process correctly before we going a little bit too fast. Okay, so hopefully you enjoy the new way of learning, and that's good. Now I have that right here. That's pretty good. Now I'm gonna add a little bit detail to it, like the top over here. There's a little curve coming over here, and here you go. Need to come down a little bit and a little bit out, and then coming this way. we can see a little big line over here. There are a little fold, and there are a little fold over here. Now you can base on the larger connection, the large shape, and divide into the smaller shape. Okay, like that. And then take a look at here on the skirt, and this little line over here. So don't worry about it. Oh, too many lines. You need to learn how to ignore. Very important. Now let's take a look. Earlier we see the line over here, right? And then we can see there's almost like 1, 2, 3, like from here, and there's another line over here. There's this side a little bit less. So this line, and coming here, there's another line, there's another fold right here. Okay, after you do this fold, and you can see a little fold over here, and then you can see, oh, this is a little bit higher. Okay, I need to be higher over there. This is good, coming in all the way to here. And now you can see, oh, okay, that's a little bit slower. Now, a little bit curve over here. Okay, that's good. And now you can divide that inside over here. From here to here, and here to there is almost the same. So this is a little curve, and there's almost half this way. And then we divide the half again. There's a little bit darker, like that. And also here, and almost the midpoint from this to the front over here, and it's almost like at this the halfway. That's have a little bit fold in here, and that have a little bit like a 1/3 from here to here. Like this is a little bit fold over here. You can see how easy if you have the patience following the proper process. Process is very important. Okay, here you go. On this side, we can have a little bit softer. And now coming over here. Now I'm going to make this the yellow a little bit darker. This is called local color, right? The yellow is darker than the white. So I'm going to make this yellow color. Tone down a little bit. This is good. I can just use my finger to softly blend this value. Okay, that's good. Like that. That's pretty good. And inside over there, we can see, okay, here you go. Now we're going to see a little bit detail over here and there, and then take a look at the front over here. Now I'm going to draw like the fundamental observational drawing, just inch by inch or section by section. Look again before you draw. And now is very relaxing, simple process coming all the way here. Here we go. That's good. Oh, I can see that. That has a little bit the yellow color over here too. Now this is good. Now I'm going to divide this into almost 1, 2, 3. The middle part a little bit less. 1, 2, and 3. I can see pretty good like that. That's good. I'm also going to shade this. Okay, that's good. Shade it down a little bit, and also the skin tone also a little bit darker. Okay, and this is a little bit darker. The skin tone a little bit darker. Now take a look, and take a look at this shoe. The shoe also a little bit darker. Okay, that's very good. And if that's the texture too much, you can blend it, make it a little bit softer. Now I'm going to use this coming down over here too. That's pretty good. And I'm going to make that a little bit softer. That's supposed to belong to something is not really that important. Now I'm going to clean up a little bit over here. Line checker is very easy to remove. Okay, here you go. Now that's good. Okay, and you can, coming over here, I can start dividing. Oh, there's a little fold over here. So we're going to jump into looking at the face. The whole face is a little bit darker than the white. So before you draw the details, I want you to shade the whole face down a little bit darker. Okay, make that a little bit darker, the whole face. Okay, You see that how important that you always start from large to smaller and smaller. And that will become very simple. And then I'm going to have this side, the shadow side, even a little bit darker. Okay, just looking for the shape. There's a shape over here. Now under the neck over here, here you go. I'm going to add also this part on the chin, also a little bit darker. Okay, that's good. And what about the lighter area? Don't worry, we can use the lifting with the eraser, right? So the forehead over here can be a little bit darker. Here you go, like that. Right now we just adjust overall the value contrast. Okay, and now you see the whole face is rounded. Okay, that's very important to get the face in the correct impression. Okay, here you go. That's good. The back over here also a little bit darker. There's a shadow. Okay, here you go. When you get the global value, contrast, and the relationship correctly and go into the detail, just making it just simple and easy. Okay, that's good. All right, now what we're gonna do, we're gonna go inside to do a little bit more close up to the details. Okay, now I'm gonna change to charcoal pencil. It's a hot charcoal pencil. Now I'm gonna come in to give a little bit define and also use the nitty eraser to clean up some of the areas. Like for example, I'm gonna have that, clean that up a little bit, clean that up. Okay, I'm gonna leave the background to be white. It's okay. Okay, here you go. Clean that up. There you go. That's good. That's good. That's all right. Now I'm going to come into give some areas, make some area to be a little bit more sharper. And first I'm going to remove this, make the showing this a little bit lighter shape, coming up over here, and a little bit light shape over here, and over here a little bit lighter too. There you go. Now make that the shadow remain to be darker. Okay, I'm going to have this also a little bit lighter. Okay, here you go, a little bit lighter over here. All right, now the front over here, I'm going to make that a little bit lighter. That's the lighter area for the shoe, and keep that a little bit lighter. How easy you can create that impression. Very simple. Okay, and I'm going to take a look at the front over here. I'm going to clean that up a little bit. Now this is a little bit lighter, the lightest. Okay, also have a little bit sharper contrast. That's good. Oh, we forgot the hands. We're going to make that also a little bit darker. Just shade it down a little bit. That's pretty good. I use my hand to blend it, make it a little bit dimmer. All right, this is good. Now we're going to focus in the face. And I can imagine that you will be able to finish other details without any problem. Okay, I'm going to make the ear over here, clean it up a little bit, make the ear look a little bit bigger. Okay, that's good. A little bit softer. Now here we go. And I'm going to make the eye a little bit softer before we come back to define it. Okay, now I'm going to use the hot charcoal pencil. Now I'm going to come in to define the face. I'm going to come in to look inside over here. First, I'm going to define the forehead. It looks like coming from here down. You don't have to draw really dark and too quickly and get coming down over here. Only the eye area is a little bit darker. So first draw just like a little bit dark shape over here. Don't try to create too much distraction. Okay, that's good. Now take a look at the nose. And this is good. Take a look at the shape and the location of the nostril, and sitting is about right in this location. Like sit over here, like that. And the bottom of the nose over here, a little bit darker over there, like that. Okay, that's good. On the other side, it's a little bit softer. So that's good. And that's the bottom over there. And take a look at the eye, this eye. Look at this eye. I think the eye in the right place vertically. If you want, you can measure it. But it's maybe the inside over here, a little bit higher. Okay. Just looking for the last shape. Look at that over here. And this, the front, this is the iris. Inside over here, right here, like that. The whole eye looks like a triangle. Okay. And we know the corner of the eye is only stop over here. You don't want to go all the way, too close to the ear. Okay, now come a little bit right here, like that. That's good. Like that, the bottom over here, the triangle, finished triangle, and at the top a double line, double top up eyelid. Okay, here you go. Okay, that's good. Now I'm going to use a blender. Okay, now help us to, and the hole in the shadow side here needs to be a little bit dimmer, a little bit darker. So don't leave it white. Okay, that's good. And also under the eye, also have a little shadow, the lower eyelid. Before you're doing any paintings, please do a good drawing study. This is considered a good drawing study. Okay, slow down the process. Okay, that's good. And I can also blend it inside over here. See that this is good. This is the shadow area, a little bit darker. Okay, that's good. All right, it's pretty good. Now I'm going to come back to the eye over here. I can see after this whole area a little bit darker before we're going inside over here, looking inside. Here you go. Now the iris need to be a little bit wider. If you want to draw more details, please use a larger paper. So you can see a little bit better, draw a little bit better. Okay, that's good. Like that. And I'm going to make a little bit shading, a little bit dark over here. The eyebrow is not really that clear. Okay, it's very soft. Okay, that's good. Like that. That's good. Now I'm going to soften. I'm going to actually use the eraser. Coming over here, you can see the light shape. Right this area. This light shape. A bit lighter. But doesn't matter how light is it, it's not white. So you can keep it, have a little shade in the corner of, on the side of the nose. Like that. That's pretty good. Okay, very good. Okay, now come back to the eye, take a look. Okay, take a look at inside the eye over here. Have a little eyelash. Like that, and coming to this side of the eye, and compared to the height, it's very much the same height. There's two eyes. Okay, that's good. The iris in the middle over here. You can see the other side. If you have a bigger paper, you'll be able to draw a little bit more clear. Okay, after some eyelashes. That's good. And lower eyelid, have a little line over here, like that. All right, now I'm gonna make that a little bit softer. Now take a look at the corner of the nose and compare the angle between the eye and the nose. A very soft line coming here. Now start over here and compare this to the eye too. It's about here. Don't make it too out. Okay, right here, that's good. Like that, the tip of the nose is about here. That's good. Like that. And now take a look at is the mouth, a little bit curved coming down like this. And then take a look at the mouth, about like this. There you go. And the corner of the mouth coming down like this. Here you go. Okay. And that's the lower lip of the mouth. Need to see a little bit more so we can push the shoulder a little bit lower. Here you go. Right over here like that. That's good. I'm going to come to soften that a little bit with the blender. Okay, here you go. Okay, it may be a little bit too dark on the other side. So I'm going to just tap on it. But again, they're supposed to be a little bit darker, a little bit dimmer. Okay. Okay. Don't over blend it because it's going to make everything too soft. The nostril. Like that. We can come back to define the other side of the face a little bit later. Okay, like this. Okay, take a look at the chin over here. The bottom of the chin actually here. Here you go. Start coming up and start making the turn. Like that. This line can be very clear. This is good. Like that. Here we go. Nice. Okay, now take a look at the face on the other side, right here. Take a look and a little curve. Like that, and coming down to the shoulder. Okay, this is pretty good. And I'm going to have this a little bit softer over here. A little bit softer. There you go. That's good. And still, at the top over here, a little bit lighter. And showing that the bottom over here, a little bit darker, a little bit gray. Okay, let's take a look at the mouth. That's the corner over here, a little curve like that. And take a look at the lip over here. And then there's a little bit, the plane over here, a little bit darker, and under, right under. Now I have a little bit lighter, so I use the eraser. Make this a little bit lighter here, but not very, very light. You still need to dim it a little bit. Okay, but compare this with the higher area, you actually have some difference. Okay, I'm gonna have a little line like this, coming over like that. Okay, that's good. Now I'm gonna take a look at the ear sitting over here. And this is good, the top of the ear over here. Draw a little soft line. And here you go. So you see that you have to know where the ear before you draw the inside of the ear, the inside content. I think it's going a little bit too much toward the center. So I'm gonna move that out a little bit. So I'm gonna use this eraser, fix that. Okay, that's good. I'm going to soften that a little bit. Now come back over here. Need to come back a little bit. Doesn't need to be go so in. That's good. Okay. Always checking. Comparing. Okay, that's good. Now take a look at the ear that has the center over here. Like this. And coming in here over here. That's good. I don't want to make it too clear. Just a little bit soft. That's just fine. Like that. A little shadow over here. Okay, that's good. Now make the whole ear here a little bit softer. Now here we go. I want to take a look at the back over here. Here you go. A little bit suggestion the back of the head. Start over here, coming down over here like that. That's great. And then seeing a little fold coming over here. And then see a little fold coming in over here. Okay. You see, it's after you have the larger area, define it, and the smaller, it's just easy. That's the little shadow underneath. Okay, that's good. Like that. And then take a look at in over here. Actually, there's a little fold over here. So this is coming down a little bit too much. So I need to remove that. I don't need that to be coming so clear. Okay, that's good. Now I'm going to make this whole area a little bit darker. So I'm coming with the wine charcoal. Shade it like this. That's just good. Shade it a little bit over there. The ear can be a little bit wider. So now I'm going to just open this up a little bit. That's good. Showing that ear a little bit wider. I'm going to have this, the back over here, come out a little bit. And the back over here, look at the value. It's a little bit darker. But make sure you see the value range in a whole area before you look at the smaller one. Okay, that's good. I'm going to have that a little bit darker. Here we go. A little bit darker over here. There you go, like that. Make that a little bit clear. Yes, here we go. Okay. There we go. Now I'm going to take a look at take a look at the top over here. Is that all right? We're going to define the top line. You can use the line coming over here, coming into here, and here you go. Have a few lines a little bit more clear, like that. Here you go, like that. That's good. Give a little details, a little here over here, a little bit more clear. Here you go, a little bit shading. Here you go, a little line like this. And I have a little loose here, right at the front over here. Here you go. Okay, softly make it. Okay, that's pretty good. And have a little hair coming down over here. So this is a very, very small details. So don't draw that, don't do that too early, because we need to see is the whole area a little bit light and making sure they are light area connected. I'm going to have this even a little lighter. This is the lighter area. And the side of the face, this is good. And the side over here a little lighter. That's good. Okay, now the face even look more finished. Okay, like that. Okay, take a look at the back. I'm going to put down the charcoal pencil. like this. I have a little big line coming over here, a little line coming down, and I have a little curve like a coming up this way. That's good. That's good. Like that. Okay, that's good. And have some here going over the ear. Okay, and now I have a little loose here in the back over here too. Okay, I can make a little curve line. Okay, here you go, like that. That's good. Now take a look at the side over here, the clothing. Here you go, coming over here. That's good. Now the face is very much well defined. Okay, now come back to the nostril. I think nostril can open up a little bit more. That's good, like that. And see the outside over here, this shading, and more connected to this whole area. I'm gonna have this even a little bit more darker, like that, coming over here a little bit darker. Here you go, like that. So imagine it's a sphere shape, like a ball. Okay, that's good. The corner of the mouth. Okay. Like that, that's good. And take a look. And this need to be a little bit more clear, a little bit darker. Okay, so see the whole mouth, the form of the mouth. Okay, that's good. And take a look on this side. This also need to be darker. Look a little bit turning down like this. That's good. That's good. That. Okay, that's the top of the nose. Make sure that a little bit more clear. Okay, that's pretty good. Okay, very well. And we're gonna make this, the shadow down over here, a little bit more darker. And you see the little reflection, a little bit yellow-orange color coming up to the bottom of the chin. Okay, this is a little bit darker. Okay, like this. And this coming down, join the bottom shadow. Okay. Okay, that's good. And the side of the nose is this little bit soft wrap around the nose. Like this. That's good. Okay, now take a look on this side. Take a look at the form. I think this come out a little bit. Like that. That's good. And now I'm going to use a little eraser, erasing this, make that a little bit connected. Here you go, a little bit line coming in over here. That's good. Like this. Pretty good. Okay. Keep this a little bit shadow. Now I'm going to have a little bit clear. Here you go. Like this. Very good. Now the face is very much good. Good enough. I think the light coming in a little bit more now. And keep looking, comparing. And over here, the light shape can come down a little bit, like that. Make that a little bit soft connected up over there. Okay, let's take a look. We're going to have the edge over here a little bit lighter, the bottom of the mouth over here. Let's get that little light shape connected, the middle of the mouth, showing that actually she is a little bit closed the mouth, right over there, and closer. Okay, that's good. Okay, that's a good impression. That's good. Keep analyzing the value and the contrast. Okay, that's good. Like that. Now come back to take a look at the overall. Now I'm going to take a look over here, this shape. You can start from a little bit darker, go into a little bit lighter, coming in. Okay, like that. That's good. This, I'm going to make this a little bit softer. And there's the top. Here we go. I'm going to have a little fold over here like that. And take a look at the bottom. Over here, I'm going to make it a little bit clear. And sometimes the line can help to emphasize and make it a little bit more clear contrast. Okay, here we go. I'm going to have this move the value in a little bit. It's very good. A little bit shape over here. And there's a little bit more clear, like that. Here you go. Now take a look at, we're going to come to take a look at this line and take a look at the hand. Okay, here you go. Take a look at the outside shape. How was the shape before you defined the finger? Now here you go. This is the shape. And take a look over here. Now from here coming a little bit more toward here. Just looking for the outside shape. Okay, don't looking at the inside. Okay, like that. Looking for the shape of the whole hand. Now, if the shape is right, correct, now you can divide it into 1, 2, 3, 4. And this finger have a little bit more than a quarter, and the other is divided into 3 equal sides. Like that. That's pretty easy to draw the hand. And over here, a little bit darker. Down over here, like that. Now take a look at this hand. And take a look at the outside shape. This is good. And take a look, wrap around. Only looking at the outside shape before you're seeing the inside shape. That's good. Slow down. Okay, here you go. A little bit curve over here. That's all right. That's good. Now curve over here. That's good. Like that. Here you go. Now, take a look at divide a little bit over here, a little bit shape, and that's it. And I'm gonna have a little bit line coming in and out. So when you draw the cloth, the arm, you make sure you notice that this is body inside, this is the arm inside. Okay, you want to draw the fold, making sure the fold is actually suggesting that. Okay, that's good. A little line like this. Here you go, like that. It's pretty good. And coming down here. Okay, now have a little bit more here. That's good. Like this. Okay, I'm going to make this a little bit softer. That's a little bit too hard. Okay, here we go. I'm going to just keep a little line like that. Here you go, like that. A line is a statement. It's very important. Now I'm going to come in here to see a little triangle over here. That's a little bit darker, like that. Now take a look at the line of the shoe, and then I'm going to have that a little bit lighter for the socks. Here you go. Now I'm gonna coming down over here. Now make a little curve. There you go. Now we can define anything from here. Okay, like that. make that a little bit more clear. That's good. Now, if you want, you can draw all those small, but you're gonna make lots of details on the bottom of the shoe. Okay, here you go. A little bit darker, a little bit sharper. Okay, and this is the shadow. Make a little bit darker over here. And as you see, if you follow the process, you always can make the drawing process, the whole experience, very, very relaxing by focus on one thing at a time, okay? One layer of information. Don't try to do everything at once. Okay, that's good. Now coming over here, a little bit fold over here. And now if you want, you can now come into to use the eraser to create the lighter flower. And this is how we finish this drawing.